Hello YouTube. This is just going to be a quick video on discussing length of ska, or handle. These are all my swords and were used from different times. Some of these ones here I still use, and so I'm using them as examples. This is my Yaito that I use right here. This is my Shinken that I use. This is one I bought a long time ago. I don't use it much anymore. And as well as this one I don't use much anymore. I prefer longer skas. Reason being is because my style prefers ska that are 3 hands long. At least my instructor does. And for me, I have bigger hands. So for me, something like this 14-inch ska fits well. As you can see, 1, 2, this one here is slightly more than 3 hands long, which is what I like. For me, the shorter skas are a bit more uncomfortable, but there's also other advantages and disadvantages to a long ska. One is if it's done proper, like all these are, the tang of a sword, no matter what length the ska, should extend to no more than 2 inches away from the ska. From the bottom of the ska, that is. On this one, it's 2 inches, it ends about right here. On this one, this is a custom one, and I had them make the tang longer. It goes to about right here. And the reason being is because it makes for a stronger construction. Now, if you had, like this one here, the tang only goes to here. If you had a ska this long on a sword like this, it wouldn't be the strongest. It just wouldn't be. So, since the tang is longer, on blades like these, if you have, say, we'll use this sword for example. If you put this sword next to one with the same blade length but a shorter ska, this one's going to be more balanced, because the tang runs further this way, which ends up working as a counterweight. There's other advantages too, like if you blade your target, turning, then this is going to give you slightly more reach. If you hit with the end of the ska, of course this is going to mean you're not going to have to get as close to hit with it. If you're doing a technique where, say they grab your ska and you have to do a counter to it, this is going to be easier to do that with, because this gives you more leverage, which is something you have to be careful about. And also, depending on how you do it, this can give you more leverage in a cut as well. Now, some styles use shorter skas. This is a sword I used a long time ago, as you can see. Pretty short. This one here is has only 2 fingers space between my hands. And there's nothing wrong with skas that long if it's what you like. Personally, I wish that this one here had a longer ska, because I love this Yaito. But anyways, the shorter skas also have advantages. One huge disadvantage of this length here is if someone gets close enough to you and they're skilled enough, they could grab the center of your ska when you're grabbing it, with your hand here and here, grab the center, and they could disarm you or try to control it. Can't do that with one like this, but they could grab your wrist, so still. At that point is, kind of, not that doesn't have much bearing. Other advantages is that this here, if you do skimaki, wrapping the ska, this, of course, since it's shorter, is going to be easier to do because it's literally less wrapping. So, that's pretty much it. I hope this helped. Oh, one more thing. Different styles use different lengths. As I said, mine is 3 hands long. Other styles require only 2 fingers in between your hands. Other styles do, more or less, or somewhere in between. Some styles that use really long swords use skas that are 4 hands long. So, pretty long. Some styles, it's basically treated one size fits all almost. So it's everyone uses the same length. So I guess so no one has the advantage of reach over anyone else. And some styles, depending on where they were used in Japanese history, that's another thing that will dictate what length ska. My style is from Tosa, which is a province of Japan where the shogun's laws regarding swords had no effect. In fact, they use long skas a lot of times just because the shogun said to use short ones. And in case you're wondering more about that, I'll make a video on that one too, on the sword laws of Japan from a long time ago. So, I hope this was helpful. I hope it was informative. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.